name is Novara Daviti Jaminon, and my number battery is A21 A27, and I would like to present introduction of Maybank Conventional and Maybank Islamic. First, I would like to present the introduction of Maybank Conventional. First, Maybank is the Southeast Asia is the renowned financial institutions boasting total asset approximately US 2003 to 203 billions and the profit of US 1.98 billions for the fiscal years 2019. It stands as the largest bank in the Malaysia in terms of both total asset and market capitalizations. Second, I would like to introduce the Maybank Islamic Berhad as the Islamic banking subsidiary of Maybank Group stand as the prominent supplier of Islamic financial service product within the Asian regions, commonly recognized in the Maybank industry. Maybank Islamic actively shape the landscape of Islamic banking and financed by the fostering cross-border trade more of retail investment banking. Moreover, the statement distinguishes itself through the develops of competitive and innovative offering. For the second presentation, I would like to present about the barriers of future. First, I will start with the Maybank Conventional. First, Mabel provide the comprehensive selecting escaping current account, saving account, and the last one is fixed deposit. Second, in the domain of insurance product, Maybank offer the general life, healthy, and life insurance. For the next, I would like to explain the Maybank Islamics. Maybank Islamic present the Wadiah, a self-cutting arrangement wherein customer fund are deposit with the bank with the safekeeping. For the second, Bank Islamic provide Islamic investment product with offering such as a Islamic bond representing ownerships and takeable assets. I think that's all from me. Thank you. I will give my friend to present the next slide.
My name is Mazatul Fazlina binti Muhammad Izwan. My card maintain number is A21A3564. In this presentation, I will present about illustration the instrument. Murabaha in my bank Islamic. The first step is finance needs to the client. Second, Murabaha financing agreement. Third, item identification. Fourth, my bank Islamic acquires the asset. 5. Markup or profit margin. 6. Selling price to the consumer. 7. Deferred payment. 8. Ownership transfer. 9. Fixed installments. And lastly, completion of payment. Here some the example. Laptop cost price is 3,000. Bank profit margin is 500. Total selling price is 3,500. Installment period within 12 months. So, we could make monthly payment to the bank of 291 ringgit 97 cents, including the profit margin portion to complete the purchase. This is the illustration of corporate bond in my bank. First step is insurance. Second, coupon rate and interest payment. Third, maturity date. Fourth, purchase by investor. 5. Trading on the secondary market. 6. Interest payment to bondholder. 7. Redemption at maturity. 8. Concern and consideration. And lastly, agency for rating. Here are example for illustration. Imagine that we invest 10,000 in 5-year MyBank bond with 4% fixed interest rate. This means that we're gonna receive a permanent interest payment of 500 annually for the 5-year duration. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Masruru Amirah binti Mak Hussein. My metric number is A2183293. I would like to present my part, which is advantages and disadvantages of Murabaha and corporate bonds of Maybank and Maybank Islamic. The first advantages is Sharia compliance. Murabaha is an ethically good financing alternative for Islamic investors since it complies with Sharia standards, avoiding interest, riba, and speculating goro. Second, transparent pricing. Since the cost and markup are made clear to the buyer, Murabaha contracts provide transparent pricing. The ideal of clarity and fairness in Islamic finance are in line with this transparency. Third, flexible financing. Because Murabaha offers flexible financing options, it can be used for a range of transactions, such as the acquisition of product or assets. Its versatility makes it more applicable to both people and companies. Next, the disadvantages of Murabaha. Firstly, greater charges. When compared to traditional financing, Murabaha transaction may have greater charges. A declared profit margin is paid by the customers, and in certain circumstances, this extra expense may render Murabaha less economical. Secondly, limited profit sharing. Murabaha does not include profit sharing between the financial institution and the consumer. In contrast to several other Islamic financing vehicles, the financial institution receives a specific profit and the bank alone is entitled to any future profits from the assets received following the Murabaha sale. Lastly, complexity of documentation. Participants in Murabaha transactions must fully comprehend the term and the circumstances which may include complicated documentation. Some customers might find this complicated, especially those who are not familiar with Islamic money. Furthermore, advantages of corporate bonds in Maybank. Firstly, consistent income stream. For investors looking for a reliable source of income, Maybank's traditional corporate bonds are a shining example. In a constantly changing market, the regular interest payments offer a dependable source of profit and financial securities. Secondly, diversification. Maybank's selections of corporate bonds make it easier for investors to distribute risk throughout several industries and issues. By diversifying the portfolio, you can increase its resistance to unfavorable market situations. Lastly, maturity choices. A range of maturity choices are probably included in Maybank corporate bonds portfolio, giving investors the freedom to match their investment with various time horizon and financial goals. Lastly, the disadvantages. First, interest rate risk drawback. Nevertheless, conventional corporate bonds are treated by interest rate risk. Interest rate fluctuation may influence bond prices, which could result in capital losses for bondholders. Next, credit risk. Corporate bonds are not exempt from credit risk. Even with high credit ratings, investors in Maybank could lose money if the issuing company experiences financial difficulties or default. Last, inflation risk. Maybank corporate bonds are subject to inflation risk, just like the rest of the conventional bond market. An increase in inflation has the potential to reduce investors' actual profits and affect the buying power of future payment. That's all from me. Thank you.
A very good day, everyone. My name is Pavitra Anna Pumpai Murali. My matrix number is A2183031. Now I'm going to present the comparison between Maybank and Maybank Islamic products. So the product is corporate bonds versus Murabaha. Corporate bonds and Murabaha are two separate types of financial securities with distinct functions in the context of Islamic and mainstream finance respectively. Corporate bonds are debt instruments that companies issue to raise money, while an Islamic finance arrangement that complies with Sharia Islamic law standards is called a Murabaha. In Islamic banking and finance, this cost plus financing arrangement is frequently employed. So there are three types of comparison, which are underlying transaction, risk and profit lossing sharing, and products. Firstly, underlying transaction. When offering finance for Murabaha, Maybank Islamic functions as a vendor of commodities. The goods are paid for an installment by the consumer at a cost plus profit margin. While when Maybank issues bonds, it is essentially borrowing money from investors. Investors purchase the bonds and become creditors to the issuing corporation. Is risk and profit loss sharing. Maybank risk sharing. The bank usually uses risk reduction techniques, collateral, and credit evaluations to manage assets. The borrower bears most of the risk, and the bank may use interest as a way of covering it. For profit loss sharing, Maybank generally run on an interest-based model in which loan recipients pay interest. Maybank Islamic risk sharing. Certain contracts in Islamic finance, including Mudarabah and Musharaka, entail the bank and the consumer sharing risk. For instance, the Mudarabah, the bank and the client split earnings and losses according to a predetermined ratio. For profit loss sharing, rules to maintain equity and moral financial conduct. Apart from Mudarabah and Musharaka, profit sharing components are also included in Wakala and Ijarah contracts. Maybank Islamic provides goods that correspond to these values. The comparison is products. Maybank offers various loan products such as personal loans, mortgages, and business loans where the borrower pays the principal amount with interest. Maybank Islamic offers a range of Sharia-compliant financing products including Murabaha, Mudarabah, Musharaka, Ijara, and others.
Hi everyone, my name is Shantini Ramesh. My matrix number is A21A3439. I'm going to present recommendation. Firstly, analyze and alter investment portfolios on a regular basis. This guarantees that the selected financial products stay in line with the investor's changing goals and financial status. Secondly, do in-depth investigation into the issuing company's credit worthiness. Thirdly, consult financial advisors since they may offer customized advice based on personal financial objectives, risk tolerance, and ethical issues. Conclusion. The comparison of corporate bonds and Murabaha highlights how flexible and inclusive the banking system is, supporting both traditional financial instruments and Islamic finance concepts. This dichotomy illustrates how flexible financial organizations such as Maybank are, allowing people to freely match their investing decisions to their values. The combination of these many financial products enhances our knowledge of banking system as a whole by demonstrating its capacity to meet the demands of a wide range of investors while maintaining a foundation of morality and openness in financial operations. Thank you.